I'm Lobster Bob, and today, hoo-yah, we are serving Chinese food. Chicken and broccoli, to be precise. With the help of my lovely assistant, who we will not name, we will create the ultimate dish that will even bring back the samurais. That's Japanese, isn't it? Samurais. In preparing the marinade, we're going to need to chop some scallions, and we're finishing that up right here. Very nice. Very nicely done. The next step is to prepare some ginger root for the marinade. You do that by slicing the ginger root. You've got to be real careful with the ginger root. It's very awkwardly shaped. Once you finish the scallions, you want to take that ginger root that you just peeled, and you want to mince a little more than an inch of it. So we're going to take that ginger root and we're going to start mincing it. Here's how we'll mince it. Take it down the side like that. There's the ginger nicely minced. The next thing you're going to want to do is finish all your vegetables, and then you're going to want to cut your chicken. So we'll start with the broccoli. This is what your broccoli should look like when it's done being chopped up. Make it proportional to the amount of meat that you're cooking. Once you're finished cutting up your ginger and your scallions, or green onions, you're going to want to take half of what you cut of the ginger root and the scallion and put it in one container, and take the other half and put it in another container. Because you're going to divide it up in half, because half's going in the chicken marinade and the other half's going in the broccoli. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start cubing this chicken. Ooh, chicken.
Okay, so now we're preparing our marinade, and the original recipe calls for 3 scallions and 2 cloves of garlic and 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. We're going to quadruple everything. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to add our scallions and our ginger to the chicken mixture. Yay! We're going to mix our liquids together and our salts and our sugars in a bowl separately. Of the sesame oil, the recipe calls for 1 tablespoon, but we're going to do 4. It also calls for 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, and we're going to do 4. Of the dry sherry wine, it wants 1 tablespoon, so we're going to do 4. We're going to add 8 tablespoons of sugar, normally supposed to be 2. And we're going to add 4 teaspoons of cornstarch. It says 1 teaspoon of salt, but we're only going to put 1 teaspoon of salt because we don't like salty things. About 2 cloves of garlic. That's about 3 tablespoons of garlic. Actually, 1 more of those. It's a very big tablespoon. That's good. We're gonna mix that up really sexually. Very sexual marinade. Then we're gonna pour that right over the chicken. We're gonna let that marinate for 15 minutes.
Now you're going to want to stir fry your broccoli. So you're going to want to add about, I want to say about a tablespoon of oil, but I'm going to quadruple that. So I'm just going to do a nice 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. The other ingredients that you're going to want to have is a little bit of water, and you want to have some garlic, a pinch of salt, some black pepper, and then once your broccoli is fried, you're going to want to add your leftover scallions and your leftover ginger. Okay, the oil looks just about hot, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this broccoli. Oh yeah. If you notice you need a little more oil, no big deal, oil is your friend. You're trying to get the broccoli nice and crispy, so the oil is going to do that for you. Alright, let that cook. In the meantime, I'm going to get my garlic. Add a little garlic. Then I'm going to take my leftover ginger root and my scallion. Go in with that. Voila! You're going to want to take about a cup of water. Go with that. Since I made double or triple or whatever, I'm going to double that. Get that nice and hot. As it starts to cook the broccoli, toss the broccoli, you want to make sure all your broccoli is nice and crisp, like a woman's ass. Our recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, so we're going to add 4 since we're quadrupling our recipe. It also asks for 1/3 cup of water, but we're going to quadruple that, so that's 1 1/3 cup of water. Alright, we're going to take your marinated chicken, and you're going to start heating up that chicken. That chicken's going to start to boil. But the whole point of this is we want to brown the meat. Just slightly brown it. Once the meat is browned, we're going to add some special house-in sauce to taste. Our chicken looks about browned. It's lost its raw color. So what we're going to do is add a little crushed red pepper for some flavor. And then we're going to add 4 tablespoons of the house-in sauce. Give that a nice stir. Once that's finished, we're going to add it to the broccoli. So let's substitute keep the broccoli nice and warm. Give this a nice toss. Very good. And for some extra sauce, we're going to add that cornstarch and water. And what you're going to want to do is just bring this to a boil. Once you bring this to a boil, make your rice noodles. Keep this on low heat. Once your rice noodles are done, it's time to eat. That is our finished product. It looks oh so good. And what we're going to do next is make our vermicelli Asian rice noodles. Beautiful. You're going to want to completely submerge the rice noodles. Then it only takes a few minutes and then they're done. And that is your chicken and broccoli. Bon appetit!
I'm Lobster Bob. I am Oyster Anna. And together we made Chinese food.